everybody, and thanks for tuning in to the very first International Jugglers Association Tricks of the Month Juggler Profile. As you know, the IJA posts a pretty cool video of a different juggler juggling every month, and we thought it would be awesome if you could get to know that juggler, learn why they juggle the way they do, and just who they are a little bit. So today we get to hang out with Carrie Pickford. Carrie's been juggling for quite a while. He teaches and performs, and he's going to tell us a little bit about who he is. So, Carrie, thanks so much for being with us today. And do you think you could tell us what you're most excited about right now with your juggling career?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thanks for having me. What I'm most excited about in juggling is basically you caught me at an interesting time, Shawn. I'm actually in a big transition now. For years I've been a technical juggler, and now I'm very inspired by this new wave of juggling where people are just inventing their own juggling props. They're just coming up with these abstract ideas, very conceptual. So I'm very inspired by that, and so I've been just trying to push these different concepts out lately. So that's what I'm excited about. Is just these new ideas exploding from my brain.
Well, do you mind sharing some of those ideas? Can you catch one and bring it back and tell us about it?
Yes. So I have one of them here, if you'd care to see.
I would love to.
Okay. So this is the main one I want to show. I think these are pretty cool. All right, so it may be hard to tell, but these are 3 rings stuck together. They're stuck together by Velcro. That's right, there's Velcro there. These are the soft and fuzzy Velcro. And then over here we got the rough Velcro. I cut them up and glued them and attached them to the rings. So I got the Velcro, boom, there we go. They get stuck together, and look at that. So this is this new concept I liked, and then I've been trying to push these different ideas a lot lately. So it's once I think you start going in this direction, you can't stop. You start feeling like a mad scientist. You want to just like work in a big dungeon at the top of a hill with all this material and throw. So I've got big ideas with these Velcro rings.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun to juggle, too. So I recommend trying them if you ever see me, All
right.
So.
Well, we'll do that when we see you. Where can we see you, speaking of that?
That's a very good question. Where people can see me currently is, let's see, where can people see me? Well, I'm currently performing as an elf at a holiday event titled Chill in Long Beach at the Queen Mary.
Okay.
So that's a public event. You can come see me. It's very, very cool. I'm actually a juggling elf.
Mm-hmm. Do you wear ears for this?
Oh, they give me the long ears, the freckles, the big eyebrows, the hat, the whole outfit, the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm. You said this is at Long Beach, right?
Long Beach, Queen Mary, Chill. And
it's not very cold right now, is it?
It's not cold, but they have this. Okay, get this. They got this big dome, right? They got this big dome. You go inside the dome. There's this other big dome inside the dome.
All right.
You go in that dome. It's 9 degrees.
What? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
For the performance that.
No. Everyone gets jackets when you go in there.
Oh, they hand out jackets.
But there was one day when we were doing a news event, and I was in there juggling just in my elf outfit, and I was freezing. Mm-hmm. And I thought my hands were gonna fall off, but
that's how it's gonna be every time you perform, right?
No, I don't perform in that anymore. I perform outside on the main stage and throughout the event.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty neat. I had another question about your juggling rings, and that was, where do you think that kind of this inspiration you had to start kind of innovating on juggling props came from?
I'm sure you're familiar with Anthony Gatto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he does a juggling trick where he's balancing a big staff on his face, right? and he's juggling balls, and he's throwing the balls, and they're landing in these cans that are on this this staff, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So he juggles 5, he goes to 4, and then he throws one high, goes in that top one, makes that noise. So he does it. So a few years ago, I wanted to do my own version of that, being inspired by it. So I balanced a big staff, and at the top was this circular Velcro pad that you hold on to, and people play games. Like they throw the ball and you catch it on the Velcro pad, like, woo, I caught it. Yeah, I caught it.
Got it.
So those
are great for beaches.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought, hey, it might be good for juggling too. So I put that pad at the top of the staff, balance it, juggle the tennis balls through it, and they would get stuck at the top. So I created that. I worked on that idea like 7 years ago. One of my biggest inspirations in juggling is a juggler named Emil Dahl. He has this routine called Magnopus, or Magnetopus, one of those. So he does this routine on stage. He builds this environment of these big poles that are in the ground on stage that are magnetic, and he swings the clubs. He attaches the clubs to them. He just manipulates these different components with the medium of magnets to get things stuck together. So then it made me flash back to this Anthony Gatto idea that I had of the Velcro staff. So I said, okay, so I'm just going to like cover all the juggling props in Velcro, and they'll get stuck together. That's kind of, that's I think that's a pretty cool idea.
All right, so when did you start juggling?
I started juggling when I was 13 years old.
Okay. And why did that start? What inspired you to start juggling?
I was with my family in San Diego somewhere. I believe it was Balboa Park. It's a popular tourist area in San Diego, beautiful buildings. So there's a street performer there. He was juggling. I was amazed. And then I was like, when's your next show? And then I waited for his next show, and I watched the same show again. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen, just seeing the way he juggled. And it really inspired me. Then I get back home, and then I just can't stop thinking about juggling. It's everywhere. It's driving me nuts. At the same time I was really into learning how to juggle, I was really into Krispy Kreme donuts. I was a huge fan of Krispy Kreme donuts. I mean, obsessed, specifically with the original glazed donuts when you get them when they're hot.
I know it.
Right? Oh. So, what do you know? They opened a Krispy Kreme in my hometown where I live. And it's the same time I'm learning how to juggle. So what do? On opening day, so I go there on opening day of the Krispy Kreme grand opening. I go and I start juggling in front of the Krispy Kreme. I wear they give you like these free Krispy Kreme hats. So I was wearing that, and I was juggling a rubber chicken, tennis racket, and a plunger in front of Krispy Kreme, welcoming people as they came in. They didn't hire me to do it or anything. I just took it upon myself to do it. And I wasn't asking for tips. It was just like I love Krispy Kreme, and I wanted to share my love of juggling with Krispy Kreme. And right then in that moment, a juggler approaches me by the name of Michael Sather, and he told me about a local juggling club that was 5 minutes away from the Krispy Kreme. And I went to that juggling club, and there's a bunch of good jugglers there.
So how old were you at this point?
I'm still 13.
Okay. So you were 13 when you first started juggling.
Yes.
And in a matter of months, you were able to pick up 3 objects of different weight and balance and juggle them as clubs. Without a club, like you weren't part of a club, you just taught yourself to do it.
Up until the juggling club, I could juggle 4 balls pretty well, juggle 3 clubs, and I wasn't doing rings at that point. And I got to the juggling club, and like 4 weeks into the juggling club, I'm qualifying 5 balls. I had really rapid progress because I was very just wanting to practice constantly.
So, was there any jugglers that you looked up to or that you tried to mimic in some ways?
That would be growing up, people like Thomas Dietz. So when I first got into juggling, there wasn't YouTube. It was literally like I was right before YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't a ton of juggling videos online. And a lot of the good ones you had to buy on DVD or on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a pain because, you know, you're trying to get inspiration and I'm trying to learn how to juggle, self-teach myself. And there ain't much info out there.
Mm-hmm.
So what was I left was looking up promo videos of jugglers, and I would learn juggling tricks from jugglers promo videos.
Okay.
Because that's the only way I knew how to find juggling videos. So at the time, I was aware of things like Cirque du Soleil. So I go to the Cirque du Soleil website, and I found out about Victor Key. Victor Key, the Russian. I love that guy. Oh my God, the juggling snake.
Mm-hmm. There's a recent interview with him by Dan Holzman.
Oh, I need to look that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy. So his juggling act was really what I learned 3-ball tricks from, 5-ball tricks. I learned how to do the trick with the ball. The only thing I didn't get that I learned from his videos, I didn't get into the acrobatics or the dancing.
Oh, yeah. So in your Tricks of the Month video, would you say that kind of these ideas you have of innovation and expanding on the infinite possibilities of juggling, has that impacted what you decided to do in the video?
It's inspired by my passion for this new type of juggling. Every trick in the video I want to be very different, non-technical. It'll be technical, but in a more conceptual way that encompasses these new concepts. And some of them may seem comical, or some of them may just seem odd. Mm-hmm. But that's okay, because I think it's not good to just try to do things for mass appeal, you know?
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite trick or pattern to do?
Oh, my favorite juggling trick or pattern, I would have to say is 5-ball 97531.
All right.
And the reason I like it so much is because if you think about the trick, it really puzzles the mind. The first ball you throw up is the last one you catch. Mm-hmm. The last ball you throw is the first one you catch, and so on and so forth in the middle. Mm-hmm. Completely blows your mind. And if you do it like in the right way, it looks like a line goes up and it makes a perfect line. And to me, that's just incredible how that looks. Mm-hmm. Just blows my mind.
That's a great answer. So before we close, you have the last word. Do you have any advice for the International Jugglers Association viewers today?
Wow. Well, don't take juggling too seriously. Have fun with it. You know, try to get some funky ideas out there, you know. Tell them the Cool Juggler sent you. But other than that, yeah, just keep juggling, guys. Keep those videos coming. And keep it rolling. Yeah, Cool Juggler.
All right. Just to sum that up, we need to make sure that when we're juggling in front of people that we're doing it in a way that makes it seem fun and cool and that anybody can do it. We want people to juggle, not just us.
Absolutely. Share the love. We want everybody juggling. You got to do it. You got to do it looking cool.
Okay, well, hey, thanks so much for being on. And
yes.
I hope everybody enjoyed this first juggler profile for the Tricks of the Month videos. I'm Shawn from Everyday Juggler. You can check out my highlight reels and more interviews just like this at my channel, Everyday Juggler. So, until next time, keep on juggling.